Hello to you all. This is an introduction of African economy. The continent of Africa is blessed and full of natural resources, as from the north to the south and the east to the west. For mineral resources in one hand, there are diamonds, gold, iron ore, bauxite, aluminium, uranium, phosphate, and many others. On the other hand, there are varieties of agricultural produce and fertile soil. As for tourism, it is full of wildlife, sea creatures, beautiful landscape, woodland, deep forests, waterfalls, lakes, running water from hills to the valleys, the wonderful sea view, the cloud, the snow, the rainbow reflecting on the mountain from end to end, the inactive volcanic mountains, the sand dune, the desert, and the semi-arid areas. You may find all these natural resources in the continent of one race Africa. But yet, the Africans are dying of hunger, drought, malnutrition, immigrating to other continents for survival. If the question is to be answered, who are responsible for the impoverishment of African economy? Let us look into the economy of each one of the countries in Africa. Then you may give your opinion if wish. The world is part of Africa, and Africa is part of the world we live in. Do not destroy the wonders and beauties of our only beloved earth. Thank you so much. Nigeria is classified as a mixed economic emerging market and has already reached lower middle income status according to the World Bank with its abundant supply of natural resources. Well-developed sectors such as finance, communication, transportation, and stock exchange. It is the second largest in Africa. Nigeria is often referred to as the giant of Africa, owing to its large population and economy. Nigeria was ranked 30th in the world in terms of GDP in 2012. Nigeria is the United States' largest trading partner in sub-Saharan Africa and supplies a fifth of its oil, that's 11% of oil imports. It has the 7th largest trade surplus with the US of any country worldwide. Nigeria is the 50th largest export market for US goods and the 14th largest exporter of goods to the US. The United States is the country's largest foreign investor. According to the Citigroup, Nigeria will get the highest average GDP growth in the world between 2010 and 2050. Nigeria is one of the 2 countries from Africa among 11 global growth generators countries. Agriculture. As of 2010, about 30% of Nigerians are employed in agricultural sector. Agriculture used to be the principal foreign exchange earner of Nigeria. Major crops include beans, sesame, cashew nuts, cassava, cocoa beans, groundnuts, kola nuts, maize, melon, millet, palm kernel, palm oil, plantain, rice, rubber, sorghum, soya beans, and yams. Cocoa is the leading non-oil foreign exchange earner, including rubber, the second largest non-oil producer exchange earner too. Prior to the Nigerian Civil War, Nigeria was self-sufficient in food. Agriculture has failed to keep pace with Nigeria's rapid population growth, and Nigeria now relies upon food imports to sustain itself. The usage of inorganic fertilizers was promoted by the Nigerian government in the 1970s. Services. Nigeria has one of the fastest growing telecommunications markets in the world. Major emerging market operators are basing their largest and most profitable centers in the country. The government has recently begun expanding this infrastructure to space-based communication. Nigeria has a space satellite which is monitored at the Nigerian National Space Research and Development Agency headquarters in Abuja. Nigeria has a highly developed financial services sector with a mix of local and international banks, asset management companies, insurance companies and brokers, private equity funds and investment banks. Mining. Nigeria also has a wide array of underexploited mineral resources which include natural gas, coal, bauxite, tantalite, gold, iron ore, limestone, niobium, lead, and zinc. Despite huge deposits of these natural resources, the mining industry in Nigeria is still incomplete. Manufacturing. Nigeria has a manufacturing industry which includes leather and textile. It currently has an indigenous auto manufacturing company. Innoson Motors located in Newi. It produces buses and service cars, manufacturing for the French car manufacturer Peugeot, as well as for the English truck manufacturer Bedford. Now a subsidiary of General Motors. T-cells, plastics, and processed food. Nigeria also has few electronic manufacturers like Xerox, the first branded Nigerian computer, and electronic gadgets like tablet PCs manufacturers in 2013. Nigeria introduced a policy regarding import duty on vehicles to encourage local manufacturing companies in the country. In this regard, some foreign vehicle manufacturing companies like Nissan have made known their plan to have manufacturing plants in Nigeria. Ogun is considered to be the current Nigeria's industrial hub, as most factories are located in Ogun and more companies are moving there, followed by Lagos City. The monetary unit, $1 is equivalent to 199.200 Nigerian naira, subject to changes.